Hello and welcome to the Providence Day Sports Network. I'm Adam Lawrence on the call for today's varsity baseball game between Charlotte Christian Knights and your Providence Day School Chargers. Charlotte Christian Knights coming today with a 7-3 starting record, including a 2-0 start to the conference play with a couple wins over the Covenant Day Lions, and the Chargers coming in today 4-3, starting off with a sweep. 2 straight wins over Charlotte Latin here at Providence Day. And now here as we start this one off today, on the mound for the Chargers, we have senior starting pitcher Grayson Tappy. And we're going to be starting this one quickly right now. Leading off for the Charlotte Christian Knights, we got number 24 shortstop J.D. Suarez. I had to turn the scoreboard off. It crashed the computer. In an inning, I will put it on, so you can just chill right now for like the first inning, and then I'll go fix it. All right, we got Grayson Tappy on the mound for the Chargers. He's coming in today with a 2-1 record on the mound, getting the win versus the Hawks last week. He had a nice outing. Tappy, a experienced senior, getting his second season of varsity action. Has struggled with command a few moments throughout the season, but lately in his pitch versus Latin, for the most part, he kept his walks down low, has a strong fastball, and a knockout curveball. Very good movement, tends to fool batters for strike 3. And starting line. Behind the plate to catch for Tappy today, senior catcher Colin Quinlan. Also, this is his 3rd year of varsity experience. He's had a good season hitting-wise today. Had a very important crunch time in the bottom of the 6th inning, 2 RBI double in the game versus the Hawks last Tuesday. Big hit. He's also had a couple of throwouts from behind the plate. A very strong arm, a little bit inconsistent on base runners, but the Knights not a team that particularly steals a ton of bases, so we'll see what happens there today. And leading off for the Knights, leading off today's game, number 24 shortstop J.D. Suarez. He'll take that one inside for ball 1. Suarez will knock that one. That'll be a huge contact, but a little bit ahead of that, so that'll be foul all the way to the tennis courts. Tappy in there throwing strike 2, 1-2 count. This one will be in the air, fouled straight back. Suarez staying alive in the at-bat. Tappy, the 1-2 pitch into Suarez. That'll be, again, high and inside for ball 2. Be fouled back again. Still only a 2-2 count, but Suarez has been able to extend Tappy to throw 6 pitches in the at-bat so far. Two pitch in there, thrown and breaking ball a little high for Suarez. Move it to a full count now. That'll be in there for strike 3. A nice pitch on the outside corner there for Tappy to get his first strike out of the game and start things off right today. Big game for the Chargers, and now batting second for the Knights, we got left fielder Jakeman Pendleton. First pitch in there a little low for ball 1. Pendleton will foul this one back a little bit underneath that one. 1-1 count now. That one will be up, shading over foul territory. A little bit ahead of that one. Lefty batter. In 1-2 count now.
And batting first for the Chargers.
1-2 pitch from Tappy. Quinlan's setting up outside. That'll be high and outside for ball 2. And the breaking ball inside, that'll be fouled off to stay alive by Pendleton. Behind on that one.
And next up for the Chargers, we've got number 16, the third baseman, Mary Claire Smith.
Umpire calling time. Tappy taking the chance to step off the rubber, reset his feet. That'll be low and inside for ball 3. Another full count here for Tappy. Take a look in Chargers outfield today. In left field, we have Hudson Adams, the sophomore. Center field, we have Brad Rivera, the senior. Ursinus College baseball commit, and in right field, sophomore Jake Jeffries, as Pendleton will foul off potential strike 3 for the 3rd time in the at-bat now, extending this at-bat also out to 8 pitches already. And his pitch, swing and a miss. Tappy getting his 2nd strikeout of the day. Quinlan will throw it around the infield, over back to Tappy. Now 2 down for the Chargers. A fantastic start to today's game, a very big one for the Chargers. Going up against the first, according to Max Preps, the 2nd-ranked, well, the 1st-ranked baseball team in the NCISAA 4A division.
You've got number 88, first baseman, Amanda Ace Cruz.
Tappy up there for ball one. Outfield taking a few steps back here for Judd Uttermark, third baseman for the Knights. That'll be in there for strike one. Nice outside pitch from Tappy. Umpire is going to give it to him on the outside corner. That'll be down and low for ball two. And Tappy, the younger brother of Owen Tappy, a former Charger pitcher, now pitching for Hampton-Sydney College. This one will be up in the air. Tappy's going to call it himself, and he will make the play, and the Chargers go through this first inning here, 1-2-3. As the Chargers head to the bottom of the first, the Knights scoring no runs off of no hits, no errors, and no walks, and 2 strikeouts from Grayson Tappy. And we will be back at the start of the bottom of the first.
And now batting for the Chargers, number 14.
Alrighty, leading off the bottom of the first now for the Chargers, sophomore shortstop Bo Ziegler, having a pretty good game, pretty good season so far in his first varsity year for the Chargers. On the mound for the Knights today we have junior pitcher Everett Harris. Harris, a right-handed pitcher, facing the right-handed Ziegler. Ziegler will eagerly foul off the first pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 now. Ziegler, a youngster, putting in some good work here for the Chargers. Shown some good defense at shortstop for the Chargers. He's leading the team in errors. However, he has made many nice plays and flashed the leather a few times at shortstop, and he will go down on strikes in 3 pitches, waving in at a low and outside curveball. So 1 down for Harris, making quick work of Ziegler. Now batting for the Chargers, senior first baseman Will Brindley. In there for strike 1. Umpire going to give Harris the low and outside strike. That looked a little bit outside, but he gave that to Tappy in the top of the first. This one, he'll throw that there again. This time, this one will skip in the dirt, and that'll be 1-2 now. Brindley, the senior, a very versatile guy defensively. He's moved around from second to first to the outfield this year. But back at first today, as that one will bounce in the dirt. Tappy Brindley won't budge, and now it's a 2-2 count. This is Brindley's second year of varsity action. As he will hit this one down the line, that'll be called foul by the umpire. It'll be grounded over towards shortstop. The throw by the shortstop, Suarez, makes a nice field. His throw over forces the first baseman, McCammon, to jump off the bag, and the Chargers have their first base runner of the day. It'll be an infield hit for Brindley. And now batting for the Chargers, batting third, the senior center fielder, Brad Rivera. His third year of varsity action. He is an Ursinus College baseball commit. Having a good season for the Chargers so far, batting well above the 200 mark. We in there for strike one. Be in the dirt for ball one. Brindley forcing some movement over there at first base, causing Harris to take a look back, and the second baseman for the Knights, Hayden Brandon, just to shade closer to second base in case of a steal, as this one will be chopped over towards third base, looking for the double play, but the third baseman, Judd Uttermark, will bobble it, and the Chargers now have two runners on here with only one out in the bottom of the first. Brindley moving over to second base. Could have been a potential double play ball for the Knights to get out of the inning, but instead, cleanup hitter sophomore Tyler Nee, the third baseman, has a chance with two runners on here in the bottom of the first. And Harris is consistently throwing it at that low and outside pitch. And that'll be outside for ball one. This one will be lined into the gap, left center. The play will be made by the right fielder, Gibbs, as he will get it in, and Nee will be retired of the second pitch of the at-bat. And now we head hitting for the Chargers, designated hitter, senior Adam Danaeff. He had a very big multi-hit game for the Chargers against the Hawks last Friday of Charlotte Latin. He's finding himself back in the lineup again today. They have first pitch down the line. That's going to fall into the gap. Brindley's going to score easily. And he's going to be in there with play on the plate. And Rivera will score. The Chargers take a 2-0 lead. And Danaeff will advance to third with a first pitch triple. A huge hit for Danaeff and the Chargers as they're going to take a big lead in this one. 2-0 now, runner on third, still only one down. Now heading for the Chargers is senior catcher Colin Quinlan. Quinlan first pitch up the middle. A play to first. The throw is high. Nice play by the first baseman. McCammon to step up and apply the tag. As that will end the first, but the Chargers getting 2 runs off of some costly errors by the Knights and a nice base hit, a nice triple by Adam Denaf, as we will head to the second now. Chargers leading 2-0. All right. Tappy, this one will be down the line. The play by Nee will throw it over to Brindley, and that'll retire Farrell. One down here in the top of the second. Solid throw by Nee, getting it over to Brindley, as Tanner McCammon, the first baseman, steps up to the plate for the Knights. Be low for ball 1 here. So that will be fouled right back into the backstop. 1-1 count now. Tappy, the breaking ball, that'll be a little bit outside. McCammon not.
And now batting for the Chargers, we've got number 15, the right fielder.
Not budging on that. That'll be a 3-1 count now. As this one is up in the air, Rivera's going to call off Adams, make the play very easily, and now we have 2 down here in the second. Rivera doing a nice job tracking that one down in the sun, not wearing his sunglasses. Not wearing sunglasses, but the senior doing a good job running the outfield as Hayden Brandon steps up for the Knights, second baseman. That'll be inside for ball 1, my mistake.
And now batting for the Chargers, we've got number 5, second baseman, Sykes.
That one will be fouled off for strike 1. Be just inside. The umpire not going to give that one to Tappy. 2-1 now. That one will be just over the head of Brandon. He will duck under to avoid getting hit. Is Tappy going 3-1. Tappy thrown a lot of pitches already in today's game. being one of, if not the Chargers' best pitcher on their roster, the Knights will want to get him out of this game as early as possible.
And now batting for the Chargers.
This one will be fouled off. 3-2 now. Full count now, 2 outs, top of the second. This one will be up in the air, shading over towards the line is Adams. That'll be out of play over the net towards the lacrosse practice field, as we will do this again. Still full count now. Tappy now 27 pitches in today's game. Charger outfield going to shade over a bit towards the right. Shade over a bit to the left now. My mistake, as Brandon way ahead on that one. As this one will be up the middle, that'll fall for a base hit. Rivera will make the play, take a safe throw in towards second, as the Knights have their first base runner of the game with 2 outs now in the top of the second. Now batting for the Knights, designated hitter Cole Fuqua, right-handed batter. Tappy keeping an eye over at Brandon at first base. Throw back, pickoff attempt. Be a little behind. Brandon will get back to the base quite easily. This one will be fouled down the line. Fuqua was early on that one. We got a 1-1 count now. Another pickoff attempt from Tappy. Not a particular fast move, just trying to keep Brandon a little modest over there at first base.
And now batting for the Chargers, we're at the top of the order. Number 12, Audrey Lawson, the shortstop.
Tappy, that pitch will be low for ball 2 now, 2-1. He's going, a pitch, the throw by Quinlan, a fantastic throw off of the hop. The shortstop Ziegler unable to make the play. But it's now 3-1 here. 3-1 count now. Ziegler unable to apply the tag, but they had Brandon beat. Quinlan behind the plate, a very, very strong arm and a nice jump from behind the plate. A little inconsistent with the arm, but he's thrown out multiple batters this year. That'll be a nice pitch from Tappy, getting Fuqua to swing at the changeup. Now full count now. 2 outs. Expect Brandon to be running from second base. Ooh, my mistake, was not full count. Now it is full count. That one towards the outside corner. It looked like the umpire gave Harris of the Knights a pitch that outside when he was pitching in the bottom of the first. But alas, we have a full count now. My mistake again. It is full count now. Knights dugout doing a little bit of heckling as Tappy throws ball 4. Knights now have 2 runners on with 2 outs down in the top of the second. Now batting for the Knights, catcher Kevin Hablutzel. Tappy surrendering his first walk of the day. And that one will be deep. Rivera, the center fielder, shading over. He'll make the play. Chargers get out of this one, leaving as the Knights strand a couple batters. No runs off of 1 hit, 1 walk, and no errors. As we head to the bottom of the second, Chargers still lead this one 2-0. A little bit of an unexpected start here today. But we will be back with the start of the bottom of the second. Leading off the bottom of the second now for the Chargers, we have senior second baseman Ryan Smith. He'll take the first pitch low for ball 1. Swing and a miss on strike 1. 1-1 count now. Ooh, umpire giving Harris that outside pitch. I'm not sure he gave that pitch to Tappy in the top of the second. Interesting call as Smith will foul this one back. Staying alive off of the 1-2 count. Harris only throwing 14 pitches in the first inning. Got 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Two now. Outside breaking ball. Smith won't budge on it. And Smith will wave at the low fastball. That'll be Harris's second strikeout of the day. And now batting for the Chargers, Grayson Tappy. Senior pitcher off to a great start on the mound today, looking to help himself out here with a base hit. As that pitch will be inside for ball 1. Again, outside ball two. And now batting for the Chargers, sophomore right fielder Jake. A fantastic throw by Quinlan, as Gibbs will steal, but Quinlan, a fantastic throw, a nice tag implied by Ziegler, as the Chargers now have one down in the top of the third. They'll catch Gibbs stealing. As 1-1 count now to Suarez. As Tappy hangs a curveball over the plate, as Suarez will foul that one off. Way ahead on that one, but it'll be 1-1 count now. Rivera, the center fielder, calling Jeffries to shade over a little bit towards the gap. Tappy's pitch in there for a ball. 2-1 now. A nice little breeze here at Murdoch Field here at the campus of Providence Day School. It's a nice spring Carolina day. As Tappy's pitch in there for 3-1 now, falling behind on Suarez. Grounded over, Ziegler making the play, the throw over to first. Brindley getting down for it. That'll be another one down. 2 outs now. A nice throw by Ziegler. Although he is leading the Chargers in errors this year, he's also made plenty of nice plays and been a solid guy at shortstop for the Chargers. As Jakeman Pendleton steps up, he will take an inside curveball for strike one. A nice pitch from Tappy, just cutting the corner of the plate there. As this one will be in play. Fair ball signifies the umpire, Jeffries, having to step up, make the play, the relay in to Smith. But that'll be a 2-out double for Pendleton. Second hit of the day for the Knights. As the Knights now have a base runner here in the third. Now batting for the Knights, we got third baseman Judd Uttermark. He would pop up to the pitcher in the first. Coach Serby, the head coach of the Chargers, yelling at his outfielders to take multiple steps back. Uttermark, a very powerful hitter. As first pitch will be outside for ball one. Pendleton, a very speedy runner on second base for the Knights. Swing and a miss. Way early off of Tappy's pitch. Now 1-1 count.
And batting next for the Chargers, we've got number 5, second baseman, LC.
Breaking ball a little bit high from Tappy. Unable to get his curveball to drop as much as we've seen in some previous outings from him. This is his 4th appearance of the year. See, count falls to 2-1. That'll be in the dirt. A nice read by Pendleton. He will make it all the way to third and round the bag. Off of the wild pitch, now 3-1 to Uttermark. as that one will be just outside. An interesting call from the umpire for the walk. Uttermark will walk.
Up next for the Chargers,
His third free pass of the game.
Katie Holloway.
As Taffy's pitch count heads into the 40s. We've got runners on the corners now, 2 outs for the cleanup hitter, Will Farrell. If anybody's going to step up and get a hit in a big situation like this for the Knights, it is going to be Farrell. It'll be low for ball 1. Farrell grounded out to the third baseman knee in the first inning. In the second inning, my mistake. Again, low for ball 2. Charlotte Christian dugout trying to get into the head of Tappy, now dealing in a big situation here in the top of the third. That one will be high for ball 3. Tappy unable to connect with the strike zone, high or low, trying to find that sweet spot to hit the corners, but unsuccessful, throwing 4 straight balls in a row now. That'll be in there for the strike now. Tappy 3-1. Farrell likely not going to budge on a 3-0 pitch unless it's right smack down in the middle. That'll be outside for ball 4. Tappy walking the bases loaded here in the third. With 2 outs down, we got first baseman Tanner McCammon. Fourth walk of the day for Tappy. As the head coach, Jim Serby, will step out to talk to his pitcher. Tappy with back-to-back walks now after giving up the 2-out triple to Pendleton, 2-out double to Pendleton. This one will be up in the air, out of play. But a very important first pitch strike for Tappy. Getting ahead in the at-bat, very important, especially to avoid walks in a situation like this.
Leading off for the Lions, we've got number 12, the left fielder, Alex Dix.
As this one will be up the middle for a base hit. Jeffrey's going to step up. The Knights are going to score 1. Knights are going to score 2 off of that, and just like that, we're all tied up here in the third. An RBI single from McCammon will tie this one up. Farrell making his way over to third. Some good base running from the Knights there. As the Knights still have runners on the corners for Hayden Brandon, who is 1 for 1 on the day with a single, looking to drive in some more and give the Knights the lead. This one will be to the backstop. Farrell coming home. The flip over to Tappy. Can't handle it. It'll go back to the backstop as Farrell will score, giving the Knights the lead, and McCammon will make it all the way to third base. Unfortunate series of events now for the Chargers as they find themselves behind. Still 2 outs, though. Be outside for ball 2 from Tappy. Be high for ball 3. Tappy having some command issues here in the third. Surrendering a couple of walks and the hit by a pitch. As that'll be in there for a strike. Interesting call from the umpire. He's been giving those very outside pitches there. He's been inconsistently calling them, but more often than not been giving far outside pitches. That was a nice pitch by Tappy, moving the count to 3-2. As this one will be into the outfield towards center field. Rivera making a nice read off of that one, running over to make the play, as the Chargers will get out of this inning, but not before giving up 3 runs and the lead here. As the Knights lead 3-2 now after the end of the top of the third, scoring 3 runs, and we will be back at the start of the bottom of the third. Alrighty, leading off for the Chargers, the leadoff hitter, Bo Ziegler. He struck out swinging on 3 pitches in the first. He'll step up this Charger game, moving along at a decent pace, only 5:30. As that one will be in there for strike 1. Take a look at that curveball, quickly finding himself at 0-2, hoping not to strike out on 3 pitches this time.
We have number 12, the shortstop, Audrey Glosson.
Close pitch on the outside, not going to give it. The umpire not going to give it to Harris, but a 1-2 count now. Again, the curveball low and in the dirt for ball 2. Count even now. As this one will be grounded to the shortstop. Shortstop making a play on the jump. A nice play off with a jump and a throw over to the first baseman, McCammon, as Ziegler will be retired off of a close play. But now batting for the Chargers, first baseman Will Brindley. And that'll be high for ball one.
And next up for the Chargers, we've got number 16.
Brindley would score the Chargers' first run of the game, advancing off of an infield hit. And we'll look at that one high and outside for ball two. Inside, that'll be ball four, actually. 4-pitch walk as Brindley is aboard. First walk of the day from Harris. 4-pitch walk to Brindley here. Is now batting the senior center fielder, Brad Rivera. Very integral part of this Charger team as he will knock this one up the middle. The shortstop making a nice play to keep that in the infield, but nonetheless, that'll be a base hit for Rivera. The play at second base not in time. First pitch single from Rivera. We'll push this. We'll put on a couple of runners with one out here. Now batting for the Chargers, Tyler Nee. The sophomore third baseman, he would fly out to the right fielder. In the first, he will take a low breaking ball for ball one. Take that one outside for ball two. Chargers looking back to regain the lead. The tying run on second base here in the third as Harris throws his sixth straight ball and the catcher Hablutzel will come out to talk to his pitcher. Some activity over in the Charger bullpen. Can't quite make out who is warming up for the Chargers. But I can tell from the throwing style that is definitely Davis Harry warming up in the bullpen as looking for the double play. Nice work from Rivera. So the throw over from the third baseman will retire Rivera at second base, but a nice slide to prevent the Knights from getting the double play as we have runners on the corners and two outs with Adam Danaeff at the plate. Brindley moves over to third. Danaeff hitting that clutch first pitch of the at-bat, the triple down the line in right field. A very important at-bat, giving the Chargers their 2 runs of the day. He will step up and take the low breaking ball for ball one. Danaeff again down the line. The few Knights racing over to try and make the play, but that'll be out of play for strike one. 1-1 count now. Danaeff, the senior, having a very good season so far. Rarely finding himself playing out in the field, but a very important bat in the Charger lineup and getting some action on the mound for the Chargers. That one's to the backstop. The Chargers scoring a run to tie the game. And nice work from Brindley to get by on that pass ball. Again, Knee will advance to second base.
And leading off for the Lions in the top of the fifth.
As Zenaev will take that ball in the dirt. And we are now tied 3-3 here. And Knee in scoring position on second base. As Zenaev will take that for strike 2. Two count now. As he will foul that one, that'll bounce up off the dirt back into himself. Count remains 2-2. Chargers, that'll be laced down the line. A fair ball. Dunaev's second big hit of the game. Oh, never mind. The umpire will call that one foul. Dunaev nearly getting another big hit down the line, but staying alive in this at-bat. And racking up Harris's pitch count. Count remains 2-2. That'll be outside for ball 3. Good eye from Dunaev. As Neff will pop this one up, the catcher looking for it. The play will be made by the third baseman, Uttermark, to end the inning, as the Chargers will score 1 run off of 1 hit, a walk, and most importantly, a very good play by Brad Rivera to break up the double play sliding into the second baseman. As we now head to the 4th inning now. This game all tied up at 3, and we will be back. Alrighty, now on the leading off the top of the 4th for the Knights, we have Cole Fuqua, who would walk in the 2nd inning. And now pitching for the Chargers, senior pitcher Davis Harry. An unforgettable pitching motion, a half sidearm, half submarine. Crazy movement from his pitches, sometimes struggling with command, as his first pitch will be high and outside. Second pitch outside for ball 2. Fuqua, the designated hitter of this Chargers team, as of this nice team, as Emmett Harris, their pitcher, not in the batting lineup, as Harry's third pitch of the at-bat will hit Fuqua as the Knights get their first base runner of the inning. As the Chargers now sending another pitcher out to the bullpen. Number 1, Jake Jeffries, now warming up in the bullpen as Serby goes over to talk to his pitcher. Kevin Hablutzel now batting for the Knights. 0 for 1 on the day, flying out to the center fielder Rivera. A nice pitch by Harry right down the middle, strike 1, his first strike of the day.
For the Chargers on the bottom of the 5th, we've got number 3.
Pitch from Harry, a high breaking ball, almost curving back into the strike zone, but that'll be outside. 1-1 count now to Hablutzel. Hablutzel showing bunt, but he'll get the strike. Off of that, won't take his bat back in time. 1-2 count now. Fuqua looking to run from first. As Harry, the pitch outside now, 2-2 count. Harry, again, a guy with some fantastic stuff, great movement on his pitches, but struggles with command, especially outside on right-handed batters. But looking to record his first out of the game. Pitch grounded down the line. Chargers looking to turn to a terrible throw from Tyler Nee. As Fuqua will look to third. Tappy, the pitcher, now moving to right field, will gather the ball. But an unfortunate series of events from the Chargers. What could have been a double play, and now results in runners on the corners with nobody out. So now batting for the Knights is Jalen Gibbs. He was hit in the top of the 3rd. Eventually caught stealing by Quinlan. Has a fantastic pitch. We'll get Gibbs to swing at strike 1. And Jake Jeffries, the sophomore, warming up in the bullpen for the Chargers. That'll be outside. A good job by Quinlan keeping that in front of the plate. Fuqua looking ready to pounce and go towards home.
Now batting for the Chargers, you've got number 10, Sidney Fields, the left fielder.
Outside for ball 2, for ball 1. My mistake, yep, ball 2. Outside, not going to get the call from the umpire. Few groans from the Charger dugout wanting the call on that one, but a little bit outside. as still runners on the corners, no outs now. For the Knights, Gibbs down the line, Brindley unable to make the play. Tappy running to the corner. As the Knights will regain the lead here off of the single from Gibbs. Ablutza will move over to second. As the score is now 4-3. And now batting for the Knights, J.D. Suarez, as we now hit the very dangerous leadoff part of this Knights lineup. First and second, still no outs now. Harry giving up his first hit of the game. Pitch will be high and outside for ball one. Harry stepping off the mound, stepping off the rubber before throwing the pitch. Two-0 now to Suarez. Lots of control issues have hurt Harry as the wild pitch will advance the runners. But he's getting the strike in there. Harry, the senior, has not seen any playing time in the field so far at home for the Chargers this year, getting a couple pitching appearances with mixed results. Pitch, the curveball outside for ball three. As Jeffries is done warming up in the Charger bullpen. This one down the line. Adams is back. That'll fall. Foul ball. An unconventional strike for Harry, but he will now move the count to full count as the count moves to full. Still no outs here in the top of the fourth. And outside for ball four. Second walk from Harry. Walking the bases loaded now. With Jakeman Pendleton. 1 for 2 on the day. Would strike out swinging in the top of the first and would double in the third, scoring the Knights' first run as Jake Jeffries will come in to relieve Harry. Yep, Jake Jeffries now taking over on the mound for the Chargers. And we will turn our microphones off and we will be right back after Jeffries is done warming up. Jakeman Pendleton now up to the plate for the Knights. Chargers making the pitching change. Unfortunately, Davis Harry unable to record a single out, giving up 1-1 and responsible for all the runners on base now for the Knights. Jeffrey's first pitch in the strike zone, that'll be up. Jeffrey's making the play himself, so quickly getting the first out. Exactly what the Chargers needed here with 1 down now in. In the top of the 4th. Now batting for the Knights, Judd Uttermark, the third baseman. 0 for 1 on the day, scoring off of a walk in the 3rd inning. As this one will be grounded, fair ball. An infield hit for the Knights as Brindley stepping forward to catch the chopper, unable to get back to the bag or apply the tag. As the Knights score 1 more. 5-3 now in the 4th. That one is back to the backstop. Gibbs not running from third.
And next up for the Lions, we've got number 12, the left fielder, Alex Dix.
But this one, a deep drive. Rivera shading back to make the play. He will make a nice grab from the outfield. Throw in. The throw in, back in, will not be in time to stop the Knights from scoring. However, the Knights will now take a 6-3 lead here in the 4th. But nonetheless, a big catch by Brad Rivera, keeping the Chargers, keeping this game within a little bit of striking distance, as if that one would have fallen, the Knights would have looked to score a lot more than 1. Two down now in the top of the 4th.
Next up for the Lions, we've got center.
As this one will be a drive up the middle, a base hit for the Chargers. Rivera stepping forward. The relay back into Ziegler as Uttermark will move over to second. Outfield shifting over towards left center now as Hayden Brandon steps up. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Oh, 1 pitch from Jeffries now onto for Hayden Brandon. Knights looking to hit through the lineup this inning. Breaking ball will be just inside for ball 1. Falling there for ball 2.
And now batting for the Lions, we've got first baseman, 21, Taylor Easter.
Breaking ball in there. An unfortunate call from the umpire not giving him the strike. Count moves to 3-1. Jake looking to get out of a disastrous inning for the Chargers. Again, another interesting call from the umpire. That one looked to be in there for a strike. But Jeffries now walking the bases loaded, with the Knights now hitting through the lineup this inning. Cole Fuqua stepping up. Uttermark on third, McCammon on second, and Brandon at first. Strike one from Jeffries.
Batting for the Lions, we've got the third baseman, number 11, Adriana Rossi.
Foul ball, again, strike two now for Jeffrey is getting ahead in this count. Just one strike away from getting the Chargers out of the inning. Swing and a miss, and Jeffries gets him out of the inning with his first strikeout of the game. Now, not before the Knights score 4 runs off of 3 hits, multiple walks, 1 error from the Chargers, and we will be back with the bottom of the 4th. Knights lead this one 7-3. We'll be back at the bottom of the 4th after the break. And now pitching for the Knights of Charlotte Christian, Alex Rosen on the mound now. Chargers looking to bounce back after a rough inning. Now down in this one 7-3. Rosen, a heavy throwing reliever for the Knights.
Batting for the Chargers, we've got number 5, the second baseman, L. Sykes.
Blutzel, the catcher of the Knights, showing off his arm a little bit there before the inning. And now Colin Quinlan on the mound for the Chargers. He would ground out to the shortstop to end the first inning.
Now up for the Chargers, we've got number 13, Katie Holloway, number the center fielder.
First pitch low for ball 1. Second pitch high for ball 2. It's important for relief pitchers like Rosen to come into the game and start throwing strikes early on, as he'll fall to 3-0. It's what we saw with Harry in the top, with Davis Harry in the top of the 4th. Again, throwing strikes early in at bats and getting those first out or two before getting too many base runners on really helps relievers get to successful outings, as Rosen's pitched that one in there for a strike.
Now batting for the Chargers, we've got number 12, Audrey Glosson, the shortstop.
Three 1 pitch there, as Quinlan will swing and whiff on that one.
And next up for the Chargers, we've got number 16, third baseman, Mary Claire Smith.
And that won't be a strike 3 on called on the outside corner. Great job by Rosen to come back into the out bat and get the strikeout, as Ryan Smith now steps up for the Chargers. Smith is 0 for 1 on the day, striking out swinging in the second.
First baseman, Amanda Cruz.
He'll swing and miss on that first pitch. A definite difference in pitching styles between Harris and Rosen. Harris throwing it, trying to paint the corners a lot more breaking balls, and throwing it a little bit slower. Rosen, the heavy throwing reliever, will throw this one high for ball 1. Interesting call from the umpires. That one looks quite outside. However, he'll give the call for Rosen on Smith. 1-2 count. This one will be grounded up to the shortstop. The throw over to the bag. Umpire saying that the first baseman, McCammon, foot left the bag off of a little bit of a wild throw from Suarez, and the Chargers will have a base runner off of the error on Suarez. Smith is on board. Now Grayson Tappy up to bat for the Chargers, now in right field. Umpire calling time before the pitch. Some activity over in the Knights bullpen. Left-handed pitcher warming up over there for them. The pitch outside, that'll go all the way to the backstop. Smith will advance to second base. Blutzel behind the plate will not risk a throw as the count moves to 1-0. Tappy chopped out to the first baseman in the second, so he's 0 for 1 on the day. An interesting call from the umpire. Very interesting call. He's been very all over the place with his calls in the outside and low corner in that area of the zone today. As he'll give him that one again. Again, seems very low, especially for Tappy. As Rosen now gets up in this count 1-2. 1-2. He'll step off the mound, forcing Smith to go back to second. As he will get Tappy to swing and miss on that same pitch. It was an interesting case of how the umpire's calls can determine how willing a batter is to swing at a pitch, especially one that far outside. Umpire being so unpredictable on that outside corner, Tappy felt like he had to swing at it, but unable to make contact and strike out as Jake Jeffries now Jake Jeffries now up for the Chargers. Swing and miss on strike one. That'll be in there for strike two. That'll be strike three, and that one will end the inning. Third strikeout of the inning from Rosen, as the Chargers still find themselves down in this one 7-3, and we will be back at the top of the fifth. Leading off now for the Knights, we have Kevin Hablutzel, the catcher. Leading this one 0-1, first pitch in there for a strike from Jeffries. In there for strike two, breaking ball. Hablutzel not budging at that one. Inside curveball, high and inside. A little dodge from Hablutzel to avoid getting hit as the count moves to 1-2. And a swing and a miss in the dirt. Quinlan forced on the drop. Third strike. Will throw it over to Brindley. Second strikeout of the game for Jeffries. As right fielder Jalen Gibbs will step up. He is 1 for 1 on the day. Got hit by a pitch in the third and would score a run off of his single in the fourth. This one is deep to the fence. And that'll be a home run from Gibbs. A really nice drive, a really nice first pitch hit from him. Celebration from the Knights dugout as they'll take an 8-3 lead now. Very clean contact. Jeffrey is not exactly the fastest pitcher, as Gibbs will tee him up and get the home run. And now up for the Knights, J.D. Suarez. Foul this one back. Jeffrey's getting a strike to start off this one. Inside for the ball. Really inconsistent calling from this umpire today behind the plate. Really unwilling. Unwilling to budge for any of these pitchers. That one's deep. That'll be back-to-back home runs. That'll nearly hit a car. That was a fantastic hit from J.D. Suarez, as this game moves to 9-3 now in the top of the fifth. This once a very competitive game is broken wide open. It's the Charger bullpen unable to make some plays. And that was a very, very, very nice hit from Suarez. That one nearly hit some cars in the parking lot behind the field. Jake Pendleton now hitting the Charger outfield, shading left. That'll be a bunt, looking to bunt for a hit down the line. Knee hustling towards it, but it'll go foul. This game broke wide open really quickly as Charger bullpen unable to get the job done here after Tappy exits the game and after 3 innings. That'll be a ball off for Jeffries. 1-1 count now. Wind is blowing a little bit out today. Definitely helped those home run balls, as the Chargers Stadium, not exactly a very deep stadium. The second home run to left field from Suarez, the fence is only about 340 feet there. That one's deep. Adams making the play in left field. Good job tracking that one down, as the Chargers now have 2 down in the 5th. And now batting for the Knights, we have Judd Uttermark. Uttermark advanced off of an infield hit in the fourth. Getting that first pitch in there for strike one. Uttermark would also pop out to the pitcher and walk, as he is 1 for 2 on the day. That's a deep drive to left field. That one's easily gone. That one will make it all the way to the field. That's the Chargers' third home run of the inning. Uttermark absolutely destroying that ball. As this game is broken wide open now, 10-0 Knights, with the cleanup hitter, Will Farrell, up at the plate. That was the Knights' third home run of the inning as they lead this one 10-3. They've really taken it. Made some nice hits off of Jake Jeffries, the pitcher. A somewhat slow pitcher on the mound for the Chargers as Farrell steps up. We'll take that one in there for strike one. That'll be strike two now. Getting ahead of him is Jeffries, getting ahead of Farrell. Nearly getting Farrell to go at that one. That one will be fouled off. Still 1-2 count now. As he will get Farrell to swing and the miss off of the curveball. Jeffries, an impressive breaking ball there, getting Farrell to swing, but nonetheless, the Knights putting up 3 runs off of 3 solo home runs by Jalen Gibbs, J.D. Suarez, and Judd Uttermark. So we will be back with the bottom of the 5th as some storm clouds roll in here in Charlotte. As we will be back with the bottom of the 5th. Knights still lead this one 10-3. Now in the bottom of the 5th now, stepping up for the Chargers, we got sophomore Bo Ziegler, 0 for 2 on the day, striking out in the first. And now he will pop this one up. Third baseman Uttermark is called off by Suarez, the shortstop. One down now. Will Brindley, the Charger first baseman, now at the plate. 1 for 2 on the day, scoring off of an infield single. And that'll be in there for a strike. He scored 2 of the 3 Chargers runs. Will Farrell, the left fielder, subbed out of this game. We got Ronnie Strompel in left field now for the Knights. Fouled off now, 1-2 count. Jeffries still staying out here on the mound for the Chargers in the top of the 6th. Tanner McCammon up to the plate. That'll be in there for a strike. Oh, and now in the top of the 6th, the Chargers looking to avoid giving up the mercy rule as that one's down the line in left field. That'll be a fair ball. A nice hit by McCammon as Tappy will get the ball in for a relay, but McCammon easily into second base with a leadoff stand-up double in the top of the 6th as Hayden Brandon steps up to the plate in the bottom of the 6th, nobody down. He is 1 for 2 on the day, walking in the 4th, but with a base hit in the 2nd inning. Jeffries in there for strike 2. And Jeffries will get the strikeout. Fuqua will just look at that one. Fantastic curveball curving right down the middle of the plate as Kevin Hublutzel will step up. Now he would strike out in the 5th to Jeffries. He is 0 for 3 on the day, flying out to the center fielder, advancing on an error by the third baseman knee, and striking out in the 5th. Jeffries will step off the rubber and wait to set. Some activity in the Charger bullpen now. Pitching to come into the game. Adam wind is picking up here a bit as some dark clouds start to hang over the stadium as Jeffries will throw a curveball in the dirt. 3-1 count now. That one will be high, and he will walk the bases loaded now. Jeffries. This one will be fouled back. Adam Denaeff, the warming up in the bullpen for the Chargers. Cody Gallos, the junior, moving into right field for the Chargers. As Jeffries' pitch will be outside, 2-2 count now. This one's into the gap. Rivera racing back. That'll reach the fence easily. Rivera's relay in. As that'll be a 2 RBI double from Suarez now. 13-3 is the score of this one. We're now in mercy rule territory. Gibbs will move to third. Blutzel and Brandon will score. As the Coach Serby will check in and talk with his pitcher, Jake Jeffries, potentially making a pitching change to Denaeff. And Denaeff will come in. Gallos will shift over to left field, and Hudson Adams will sub out of the game as Denaeff will warm up on the mound, and we will be back after the pitching change. as first pitch, Ziegler, a fantastic play by Ziegler. A nice play now, 2 down. That'll score. One of the Charlotte Knights players will score. Gibbs will score from third. Suarez will move over to third, but a nice play by Ziegler to get the Chargers 1 out away from getting out of the inning. The game now in Mercy Rule territory. Obviously, the Chargers will get a chance to come back in the bottom of the 6th. However, at the end of the 6th, if the Chargers have not scored multiple runs, the game will end. As Judd Uttermark steps up now. He would hit a home run off of Jeffries in the 5th inning. He is 2 for 3 on the day with a walk as well. This shot is into the outfield. Ziegler will call off knee, get way out of Ziegler's way. As Ziegler will make the catch, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. As I just said, the Chargers will need to score at least 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th here to avoid the Mercy Rule. And some action here in the Charlotte Christian bullpen, but we will be back at the start of the bottom of the 6th. 4 runs for the Charlotte Christian Knights as Adam Donaev replaces Jake Jeffries on the mound, and we will be back. I'm trying. It gets long. It's been a long game.
Baseball traditionally is long. And I'm not paying everybody who does baseball the same amount of money and moving it to $20 or $25. So.
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, I enjoy doing it, but when it's a good game. This is just Jake Jeffries walks him. Jake Jeffries walks him. Adam Donaev comes in the game. Adam Donaev walks him.
Yeah, we don't have a deep pitching staff.
We have a decent, pretty experienced team, but our pitching staff is really weak, and they're playing again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which means that they can't use a reliever to come in for
can't use.
2-1 now on the mound for the Noah Ong on the mound for the Knights of Charlotte Christian, moving the count to 2-2. First at bat of the day from Channing Goodwin.